Okay, funny stuff over with. Ha ha ha. Well done, Boris. Okay, how's everybody doing? Hope you're enjoying you're enjoying your Friday, of course. Yes, it is only just gone 11 o'clock in Los Angeles, 6 o'clock in the morning in Sydney, and out there in the east, of course, and of course in New York, it's just about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm getting good at this, aren't I? I'm always messing it up in the past, but I'm getting good at it. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Hope you're all well, and you've had a great week here in the UK and also in Europe as well, because you finished an hour before us. So how you guys all doing? Lots of stuff in the news this week, which everybody's sharing out across the pages, etc. What's happened this week? Hamburg. Wow. I'll tell you what. It was quite interesting, because Hamburg was initially all about the plane spotting, and we were going to bolt Miniature Wonderland on at the back end of it. As it happens, it turned out to be completely the opposite. Miniature Wonderland was absolutely phenomenal, man. I mean, if you remember, make sure you check back and have a look at that, because it is the most phenomenal diorama you've ever seen in your life. That airport is just incredible, along with all the other stuff, and of course, as well as that, all the technology that's involved in keeping that whole thing's going. I mean, mate, the comms room, the operations room for that place is like something out of an ITV studio. Just phenomenal. And you know, those guys and girls work so very hard, and we got to see them in their workshops as well, close up. And we also went behind the scenes where they had an RTO with a 757, and I think it was an Evolution IL whatever it was, or it was just crazy. It came out on the runway, collided with the 757. 757 did an RTO, stopped halfway down the runway. This is all happening, of course, live on Big Jet TV. And then all of that finished up, and we went round the back to show how they get lifted up and they go out through that through the system. Very, very sophisticated, brilliantly done, all by computers and so on and so forth, but a lot of manual input from the people themselves, which is fantastic. But last out, we had the XL, the Beluga XL, which is new to the fleet there at Miniature Wonderland. And it came out, went down and did a touch and go. Oh, I don't know if it did a touch, but it did a go around for us, which was just phenomenal. It's definitely worth a visit, guys. Miniature Wonderland, check them out. I've got to be quite quick, because that battery on there is showing quite low, you know. I can swap it out, but anyway, so that was fantastic. Check it out if you remember. Part 2, we managed to get up on the terrace, as you're aware. Lots of people watched the show, really enjoyed it, got involved in all the chat. Of course, we had a lot going on there, but with the rain, we kind of had a limited visibility through the glazing, which was a bit of a shame. But there you go. We'll definitely go back there as well and check that Lufthansa 707 out. And of course, it was great to meet up with Jonas, finally. Long-standing member Jonas, who works for Lufthansa Technik out there in Hamburg. Great to see you, Jonas, and thanks so much for popping by. I know you came in and saw me on a very busy schedule, getting back home, 90 kilometres back home in that traffic. Hope you got back all right, mate. Paul Hodgson, of course, who was there as well, doing the tour around the Airbus facility, a little bit ways down the road where the other Airbus assembly plant is, and as well as, I believe, the painting plant. So that was good. Anyway, it all worked out pretty well, but we're definitely going back to Hamburg. LAX edit, I think everybody really enjoyed that. We put it out on premiere last night. It was fantastic. Really good to see so many people getting involved in that. Really appreciate your comments. Please give us a like and a share, and make sure you subscribe. If you subscribe, folks, don't forget, you've got to hit that bell and hit all on it. It doesn't mean, by the way, that you'll be overwhelmed with notifications, especially if you make sure that you turn some of the channels on and off, whichever way you want to do it, so you stop getting inundated with notifications. But we try to keep the releases to a minimum. We don't want you getting pinged every 5 minutes with it. So I hope you're enjoying that, and please make sure you turn on your notifications, because we wouldn't want you to miss anything. The de-icing show went out today from Frankfurt. That was a scream. I watched it myself on the big screen. It was absolutely fantastic. Great to look back at some of these streams, I have to say, from days gone by, and we're going to be doing a lot more of that as well. The EMA edit, if you remember, members, we were airside at EMA a couple of weeks back. The edit is now offline and ready to go up for approval with the guys at EMA, so we'll be bringing that out to members as a premiere quite soon. Managed to whittle that all the way down to only about 14 minutes, but it's pretty decent anyway. Okay, just quickly, next week, don't forget, members, we're going to be in Toulouse, and that's a fantastic show. You're going to really enjoy it if you haven't been there before. If you've got the day off on Wednesday, see if you can stay with us, because it is literally a fishing trip, and sometimes we get to do some real classics as well. Very rare stuff like narrow bodies that are going out to China and that kind of stuff. So it's really good and interesting stuff to watch there. And of course, we've got all the usual chat with all the members. Right, so what are we doing tomorrow? The weekend show. We've got the Hilton Garden Inn. Now, a lot of you guys know that I've got access to the roof at the Hilton Garden Inn. It's I'm very privileged to be able to do that with those guys. And don't forget, if you're a member, you get 30% discount on room rates if you stay at the Hilton Garden Inn. You can get that discount from Big Jet TV membership. Also, so normally I'm positioned on the left-hand side of the building, but tomorrow I'm going to go move over to the right, which gives me a good look at the maintenance area on the right-hand side. You can see all over the aprons, but also you can see the arriving aircraft on 27 right. But we'll be getting the sort of like the queues, the lineups, all the aircraft movement down on the left-hand or southern runway, 27 left they'll be going out of. It's pretty spectacular, and we get to see a lot of other stuff all over the apron and stuff moving, and again have that great chat with everybody. So finally, look forward to seeing you all there tomorrow. We'll be live, write this down, write it down, be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. That's 11 a.m. GMT, 12 midday CET, and of course it should work out early morning for the Americans, and out in the East it will be kind of middle of the night. I think, sorry guys, but you know, we obviously try to switch it out as much as we can, bringing early shows and late shows, midday shows, just because people in different time zones, I have to work with that, as well as having members, as you are aware, in over 70 countries, I think. And one of those being Micronesia, believe it or not. I think they're one of the longest watching viewers on Big Jet TV, which is just insane. I didn't know where Micronesia was until about 2 weeks ago, and then now everyone's talking about it. But there you go. It's a bit like having a rare car, and then you go and get it, and you're like, oh wow, look at this, look at this, look at this, and then everyone's driving around in one, you know. That's just the way. Anyway, so yes, tomorrow we will be live 11 o'clock tomorrow morning from the roof at the Hilton Garden Inn. Now, finally, Gilly put this edit together a long time ago. Well, actually, it felt like a long time ago. It was only in August this year, where we were on the roof of the Hilton Garden Inn for arrivals on the left-hand side, and we caught a significant amount of Boeing 747s coming in, and Gilly put these together. It was 7 queens, basically, and it looks pretty spectacular. It's got all the details of the aircraft as well, and thankfully every single one of these aircraft that you're just about to see is actually still flying in the British Airways fleet. So I will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early-ish, or whenever it is in your particular time zone. 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, 12 o'clock in Europe, and look forward to seeing you there. Gilly, run that VT. Yeah! Oh, he greased that. it's almost like a filter's been put on it. Yeah. Sweet. Beautiful, man.